Hello, math class. These are the corrections for your homework from over this past weekend. We had this little pink slip that you should have glued or taped into your notebook, and the first problem was done for us where it set up a proportion to convert these inches to feet. So then notice that they have the proportion that shows the conversion. 12 inches is to 1 foot, and then 48 inches is to how many feet, and that's why they have that X there, because that's the unknown number. So then what they did is they could have gone either side to side or up and down, but 12 times 4 is 48, so then 1 times 4 is 4. So that's how they got their answer of 4 feet. Let's take a look at the next one, 2 gallons to quarts. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, first of all, either think about gallon man right here in my notebook, and notice that gallons and quarts is what I'm supposed to be comparing. So I noticed that in 1 gallon I have 1, 2, 3, 4 quarts. I also could look back at my little chart that we put into our notebooks the other day and find gallons and quarts, which is right here. 1 gallon equals 4 quarts, exactly what Gallon Man told me. So I'm going to write that down, 1 gallon over 4 quarts. Put my equal sign, put my other fraction bar, because that's how I set up this proportion. So then after I do that, I'm noticing I need 2 gallons. So I'm going to put 2 gallons on the top, and then how do I get from 1 to 2? I multiply by 2. So then I'm going to do the same thing to the bottom. So 4 times 2 equals, and the answer would be 8 quarts. So I pull that off to the side and circle my answer, preferably. Remember that the proportion itself is not the answer. I need to pull my answer off to the side and label it and circle it. Next I have 3,000 meters to kilometers. So looking back at my conversion tables here, meters to kilometers, here I have 1 kilometer equals 1,000 meters. So let's write that down. 1 kilometer equals 1,000 meters. Set up my equal sign and my proportion there. And then I know 3,000 is what I'm looking for. 3,000 meters. How do I get from 1,000 to 3,000? I multiply by 3. So then when I do 1 times 3, my answer should be 3 kilometers. Circle your answer. No room to pull it off to the side there, unfortunately. 1,500 grams to kilograms. So 1,500 grams, let's see, grams to kilograms right here under mass. 1 kilogram equals 1,000 grams. Let's write that down. 1 kilogram equals 1,000 grams, and what does that equal over here? 1,500 grams. And asking myself how to get from 1,000 to 1,500 is a little complicated, so I'm just going to look up and down here. How do I get from 1,000 to 1? Well, that is, I divide, oh, I'm sorry. I'm in the middle of a recording.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. So I divide by 1,000, and to divide by 1,000, I can either use my calculator, which is pretty easy, or I can just move my decimal point over 3 places to the left. So my answer would end up being 1.5. So 1.5 kilograms is my answer here. All right, then down at the bottom they wanted us to use conversion factors. So remember, those conversion factors are where you multiply by the conversion. So the first one was done for us. Let's look at number 6, 500 centimeters. So let's write that down, 500 centimeters times, and then we want a conversion from centimeters to meters. And remember that we want to put centimeters on the bottom and then meters on the top, because eventually we were going to put this over 1, and then our centimeters and our centimeters are going to cancel each other out. So what is our conversion from meters to centimeters? If you look back, meters to centimeters, it's 1 meter equals 100 centimeters. So like that. All right, so then we multiply tops. 500 times 1 is 500, and then 1 times 100 is 100, and 500 divided by 100 is 5, and we're still left with meters, so 5 meters would be our answer for that. All right, the last one is a bike race takes place over a 3-mile course. How many feet is it? So we have 3 miles, so let's write down 3 miles, and then let's multiply that times, let's see, feet and miles. My 1 mile equals 5,280 feet. So let's put 1 mile on the bottom and then 5,280 feet on the top, and then we'll multiply that out. Put 3 miles over 1, multiply your tops, 3 times 5,280, let's do that right here, times 3 equals, and that's 0, and then 24, and then 6 plus 2 is 8. And then 5 times 3 is 15. So the answer would be 15,840 feet by using conversion factors. This last one, I believe you could have solved any way that you wanted to, but that is how you solve it, using conversion factors.